Now let's just move on further and talk about the circle and its related terms. So let us suppose if I'm just talking about the very first thing in which a circle divides the plane on which it lies into three parts, because whenever we draw a circle on a particular plane, then it divides a plane into three parts, and these parts are nothing but the very first, which is nothing but called as the inside the circle part, which is called as the interior of the circle, means a region which is inside the circle, and the second is the circle itself, means we are talking about on the circle, and for the outside the circle, which is also called as the exterior of the circle. So these are the three parts which are formed when a circle is drawn on any particular plane. So let us suppose if I am just drawing a particular circle, so you can see that if I am just talking about this particular circle which is on this plane, so first of all the very first region is nothing but the circle, means we are talking about the points which are actually on this particular circle, and the second portion is nothing but called as the interior part, means everything which is inside this circle, and further we have the third part which is nothing but called as the exterior, means the portion which is outside this circle, So these are nothing but the three parts which are formed whenever we will draw any particular circle on a plane, which is nothing but interior, exterior and the circle, which is also called as on the circle. Now let us suppose if I am further talking about the circle and its interior. So there is a very special note which is related with the circle and its interior, which says that the circle and its interior make up the circular region. So if we are just talking about the circular region, so the circular region is actually formed by the interior and the circle itself. So you can see all by yourself that this is nothing but the whole circular region, which is actually formed by the two parts, which is nothing but the circle and the interior. So this is all about the three parts which are formed when a circle is drawn on a particular plane. Now let's just move on further and talk about another related term which is related with a circle, which is nothing but called as the chord of a circle. So what is a chord of a circle? So chord of a circle is actually the one in which we have the 2 points P and Q which are lying on a circle. So let us suppose if we are just forming two points that are lying on a circle, then a line segment which is joining those 2 points, which is nothing but PQ, it is actually called as the chord of a circle. So for an instance, if I'm talking about this particular circle and we have the 2 points over here, which is nothing but P point and Q point. So if I'm joining these 2 points together and this particular line segment that these 2 points are forming, this is nothing but called as the chord of a circle. So PQ is the chord of a circle. So always remember, whenever we have 2 points P and Q on a circle and the line segment joining P and Q that is formed, it is nothing but called as the chord of a circle. So this is nothing but PQ is nothing but the chord of a circle. So for an instance, if we have taken this particular example in order to show the chord of a circle, let us suppose if I'm just forming up this particular chord. So again you can see that this PQ is actually again a line segment which is joining any two particular points on the circle. So hence this is again a chord of a circle. But there is a special important point which is related with this particular chord, which is not present in that chord. What is that? As you can see over here, this chord, that is PQ, which is formed over here, is actually passing through the center of the circle. You can see all by yourself that this particular point is nothing but representing the center of the circle. This is center of the circle O, and this chord PQ is actually passing through the center of the circle, which is not exactly the same case as that of the previous one, because it is not passing through the center, but it is passing through the center. So it is called as the chord of a circle, but it do have its special name, which is nothing but called as a diameter. It is called as a diameter. We can also call this as a chord, but it do have a special name, which is nothing but called as a diameter. So what is a diameter? The definition of a diameter says that the chord which is passing through the center of the circle, it is nothing but called as a diameter. It is nothing but called as a diameter. So this is nothing but the definition of a diameter. So it is actually a chord which passes through the center of the circle. So there is a question that arises over here that how many diameters can we draw? How many diameters can we draw for a particular circle? So as you can see, we can draw infinitely many diameters over here, because I can take any particular 2 points. I can take any particular 2 points. Let us suppose if I'm just taking this point, if I'm taking this point, I can join these 2 points, I can join these 2 points, or I can join these 2 points. Means I can form infinitely many, or I can draw infinitely many number of diameters for this particular circle. Now let's just move on further. So this is all about the diameter, which is nothing but called as the chord which is passing through the center of the circle, and it is nothing but called as the diameter. So let us suppose if a question arises over here that how, or we can say, do you find any other chord of the circle which is longer than the diameter? So this is a question which is related with the chord and the diameter, which says that can you just able to find out any other chord of the circle which is longer than the diameter? So the answer is definitely a no, because we can see all by ourselves that in the second figure PQ was nothing but the longest chord of the circle, which is nothing but called as the diameter. So the answer for this question is definitely nothing but no. We cannot find any other side which is longer than that of the diameter. No, the answer is no, we cannot find it, because of the reason no, because diameter is the longest chord, whose length always remains the same, which is equal to twice of the radius, which is nothing but is equal to twice of the radius. So the diameter is actually nothing but the longest chord of a circle. So always remember this thing. And diameter's length is actually nothing but twice of that of the radius. So from here we can also conclude a very important relationship, that radius is always half of the diameter. So always remember that the diameter is nothing but the longest chord of a particular circle, whose length always remains the same, for a particular circle, and which is equal to twice of the radius, and it is always equal to twice of the radius. So the answer for this particular question is that no, we cannot find any other particular chord of a circle which is longer than that of the diameter. So this is all about the chord and the diameter of a circle.